What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. We are back on DB still. We're going to be playing two different matches. I've already watched this one here, so we're going to be seeing a little bit of a good match. We're going to be seeing Tenpai going up against the Rikka deck. I wanted to feature the Rikka deck. I know it's still playable. We have Jasmine still at 3, which is quite nice. Before we dive in over like combo shops, a lot, we're in there with 10k. We see Imperm, Dark Hole, not Regeki, but essentially the same card. A copy of Genroku, a Pydra, and a copy of Purelia. This is going to be very popular in the Tenpai deck. If you see this going first, most likely you're going to be playing against Tenpai, I guess in game 1, I should say. Then we see Glamour, Con, a Petal, a Cobble of the Grave, and a copy of Coliseum here. So Cobble of the Grave is going to be going really hard against that copy of Purelia. Going to be able to snipe it off the graveyard so it can't activate its effects. Kind of crazy that we can actually do that. You know, this deck does get hit quite a bit by that Purelia there, so quite nice. We're going to be seeing the draw phase, the effect of Purelia, and chain the copy of Cobble at the Grave. And now we just have an Imperm we have to deal with, which this deck can deal with extremely easily. We're going to go into the Lilyboria here, and then we're going to be going in for a normal summon Petal. Activating the effect, Petal does lock us into Plant Monster for this turn, so we're not going to be able to go for the copy of the Regulus. But we're going to go up into the Con, search for a copy of the... we're going to set a copy of Sheet. We're going to search for a Glamour, activate the Glamour, and then we do set the back of this sheet there. Made a little bit of a misclick. We're going to activate the effect of Glamour Search. We're going to go for the Snowdrop, tributing itself, summon out the copy of itself and the Princess. Copy the effect of the Princess there, going up into Estrella. Estrella's going to add back the copy of Glamour. And then we're going to be putting the Princess in the graveyard and just passing turn on this. We see a Dark Hole, getting rid of that. Quite nice. We do have a copy of Princess to stop this Genroku. So we do have Con as well on the field and still a copy of Sheet, which is quite nice. You're going to go battle phase and attack. Just going to activate the effect. You know, just making it so that... why do we take 1,000? It has 0 attack, right? Yeah, we shouldn't pay 1,000 there. But, okay. We're going to see the effect of the Pydra being activated here, searching for a copy of the Kaiman. Activating, or attacking here, we're going to activate the effect of the Kaiman, so the copy of Chandra. And on this summon here... we're going to be seeing a copy of Sheet, tributing the copy of the Pydra here for cost, and end up taking the copy of Chandra. This is going to be insane. You know, this is obviously one of the best interactions that we have in this deck. There's nothing else like it. You know, Sheet is just an insane card, especially with Con there being able to tribute their monster for cost. And we're going to be seeing the Chandra being taken. Then we're going to set 1 and pass. It's going to go to the end phase. We're going to give back that copy of Chandra. Then we're going to summon out the copy of Petal here. Petal can then activate the effect of Search. And that's going to be going out for a copy of the Mudon. We'll activate a copy of Glamour. Glamour tributing their copy of the Chandra there. Again, you know, normally we can't go battle phase attack into the Chandra. Being able to tribute it off for cost. To be able to search can be quite nice. Now, we do get hit with a copy of Ash Blossom, but that's still, you know, very fair. We're then going to go Princess to negate the copy of Ash to negate. This is also going to free up the zone, letting us actually be able to use the copy of Unexpected Die. We do search for 2. Copy of the Ragnarika as well as the Petal here. We are playing I think it's like 60 cards, so quite nice to be able to do that. They're going to be putting back the copy of Princess. We're then going Unexpected Die here to go for the copy of the Sunseed. Go up into the copy of the Dryas, search for the copy of the Sowing, and like this is going to be just a plant link combo. We all know how it goes, and they just admit defeat there, realizing the game is going to be over. Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can really do against that. You're kind of just losing. I'm at that point, you know. I don't really know if any deck would be able to clearly beat that here. Dive on to game 2. We're going to be seeing the Rikka deck being forced to go first once again. We most likely expected this. You know, if we do get a copy of Purelia off, we're going to be drawing multiple cards we're going to be drawing multiple times in our hand here. But we do see a copy of Ash Blossom, a DD Crow, copy of Droplets, a Purelia, and a copy of Pydra. We see an Imperm, Unexpected Die, a copy of Lilyboria, a copy of Sunseed Loci, which we may only play 1 of. I'm assuming we're playing more. It is a 60 card deck. And then a copy of the Sheet. So opening up the Trap, and then of course opening up the copy of Lilyboria, and the Brick is not the nicest, having an Imperm as a hand trap. Now we do have Sheet, which is going to be really good against this deck, but we're going to be seeing a Purelia once again being hit. That's going to be fine. We're going to activate Unexpected Die going up into the copy of the Sunseed. Now, there could have been a world where you do Ash that, and then, like, we're going to allow us to have a normal summon. Now, the reason why I'm assuming they're not going to is because their chances are we do have a normal to kind of continue our plays. But having them normal, just feels a little bit better there. If they have to have multiple cards to get them into their Jasmine. But we're probably just saving the Ash for the Jasmine, to be honest, or the copy of Glamour. But let's just see what happens. We're going to go for the copy of Sowing. Or Dryas go into the copy of Sowing here. Then we're going to activate the copy of the Sowing. And we do Ash that there. Not ashing the effect, because if they had it in the hand, it would have been, kind of rough. Now, we do have a Lilyboria there. We still have our normal summon as well. That's why I don't feel like that's kind of the correct play at all. We're going to be putting the copy of the Sunseed into the spell and trap card zone. Activate the Sunseed effect, or activate the effect of Lilyboria, sending the copy of Sunseed, search for the copy of this Colosseum. And then we're going to activate the copy of this Colosseum, searching for a copy of Regulus. I don't believe that we are plant locked yet, so we will be able to have maybe a Omnigate onto the field. We're going to go into a copy of... Yeah, okay. Extra deck, except plant monsters. Yeah, I don't really know where we're locked here. I don't think we get locked at all. We're going to go for the copy of Dancephone. And they do mill through. We mill a copy of Laurel. And we tell them to don't shuffle. I don't think it matters. I mean, it randomizes the deck. But I guess a little bit of a saltiness. But we're going to be seeing a normal summon of the copy of the Sunseed. Then we're going to go up to a copy of Jasmine. We're going to activate the effect of the Jasmine, chipping off the copy of Laurel, which is going to let us summon out the copy of Mudon. We're also going to be able to trigger the effect of Laurel here in the graveyard, making us gain 500 attack, or 500 life, which is then going to be triggering the Jasmine to search. This is going to be like a little combo there, which is going to allow us essentially to get that multiple cards here. And then we go for the Laurel. We search for a copy of Princess that we don't have in graveyard. So we're going to be having the kind of negate here. And we should have activated the effect of Mudon to search for the spell, the Con here as well. We're going to be adding it to the hand. And here we activate the effect of the Con. They go, what? Forgot to declare. Oh, don't say we're going to be like that. Yeah. So, TSM submits defeat there, knowing that their opponent's going to be a little bit salty, saying like, oh, well, you didn't activate that, therefore I'm not letting you use it. It was going to cook them. I mean, let's be honest. We all know how Tenpai is. They need to get every single win that they can. Most players who play Tenpai are going to be the smelliest players, the ones at the locals who just can't really play the game really well. They just smash the cards down on the table, and they want to get the easiest wins possible. Not every Tenpai player, of course. A bunch of Tenpai players just want to play the game. And just the deck that's cheapest for them. If you're playing Tenpai because of your budget, that's a whole different thing. But this is just salty. You don't got to be like that. You kind of want to play the best testing possible so that you actually can learn to play better. But I guess it is what it is. We're going to be seeing the Rikka deck end up going first. Once again, we're going to be choosing to go first here. So we do see a copy of Life with a Die, a Droplets, a Sunseed Loci, a Rose Whip, and a copy of Mudon. In opponent's side, we see a Droplets, a DD Crow, a copy of the Fenrir, a Product Prosperity, and a copy of Ash as well. So opening up multiple hand traps, having a Board Breaker, and then obviously a Fenrir and a Product Prosperity. Now, Product Prosperity is at 1. So kind of being able to draw this is going to be quite nice for us. Kind of having a little bit of an advantage there. Being able to dig our deck for 6. Kind of crazy. It's always been crazy, but now it's even crazier. Now that it is at 1 when you do see it. Feels at least more crazy, but we're going to be seeing the Unexpected Die. Going to be activating specs, summoning the copy of... Did we not even summon up the Loci here? We didn't even summon the Loci. Okay. We're going to be seeing Mudon tribute itself out, the summon out, or tributing the Dryas to summon itself out, and we're going to activate the effect for the copy of Con. Activating Con, placing the Glamour on the field. You're going to activate the Glamour, sending the copy of the Mudon to search for a copy of the Petal and the copy of Princess. We're going to be seeing the Ragnarika, send the copy of Sunseed to summon itself out, and then search for a copy of the Bloom and the Ragnarika. This does not search for 3, does it? You can add 2 different cards to your hand. Then banish 1 card from your hand. Restless turn. What? How do you search for 3 there? What is going on here? Okay, so we put the We put the, this just puts it back, right? You can summon this card by sending one of your Insect Plant monsters from your hand to graveyard. You can only special summon when it's normal special summon. You can add to your hand 2 different Ragnarok cards that are banished or in your deck. Then banish 1 card from your hand. Okay. So we add the copy of the Bloom and the copy of the Beetle here. And we banish the Beetle. We activate the Bloom, so we just added a card by accident. Okay. That makes a little bit of sense. You know, nothing even mentioned in the chat, which is super weird. I feel like, you know, with the saltiness that we saw prior, there was going to be something written in the chat, but we're going to normal summon the copy of Petal. Activate the effect, searching for the copy of the Snowdrop. Go up into the Ragnarok, link 2 here. Bloom's going to activate the effect, bring out the copy of the Seed. Go up again into the copy of the Aromage. It's going to activate the effect, searching for a copy of Aroma Blend. And then we're going to be activating the effect, sending the copy of the Droplet. So we're going to be using all the cards in our hand. We just have to pray that hopefully it's going to be enough. We're going to activate to set a copy of the Humid Winds here. Humid Winds going to activate the effect, paying 1,000 to search for a copy of the Rosalina. And then we can activate the effect to gain 500. We're going to then activate the effect of the Link to summon the copy of Rosalina. Activate the effect of Rosalina, summon the copy of Laurel here. And then we're going to be able to link these 2 away to go up into a copy of the Jasmine. We're going to activate the effect of the Laurel to gain 500. Trigger the Jasmine here. Be able to search. Searching for a copy of the Princess. I think we have a Princess in the graveyard. We do not. We have a Petal. Okay. So we will have access now to a Princess line as well. Go up into a Bangle Lancer here. Activating the effect of the Snowdrop, shooting the Bangle Lancer, but don't worry, it's going to be able to summon itself out again by banishing 2. Most likely we met with the copy of DD Crow. That's going to be an absolute crazy DD Crow target. But we're going to be seeing the Snowdrop summon with the copy of the Rose Whip as well. Activating the effect of Princess, summoning herself out here. And then we're going to activate the effect of the Snowdrop, making everything level 4. Or level 8 in this case. Then we're going to go up into a copy of the Teardrop just so we can tribute a opponent's monster. This is going to be really good against a copy of Chandra's, copies of Fenrir's, and a bunch of other stuff as well. We have now where they only activate 1 spell card. That's going to be insane versus the Tenpai deck. Obviously not in this case because we do have the copy of the Beauty Crow in the hand. We're then going to activate the effect of Bangle Lancer, banishing 2 for cost here. And then we are going to be seeing that being hit with DD Crow. They do banish for cost. And they're going to hit that with the DD Crow for sure. It's not a light. It is a light. So we could have bestialed it. I suppose that's kind of fair. We're going to be drawing a copy of Droplets for turn. We special summon the copy of Fenrir. We're going to be met with a copy of the Snowdrop, tributing the copy of Princess for cost, or sending the copy of Princess for cost. Attempt to tribute the copy of the Fenrir. We chain the copy of Droplets, sending the Fenrir and the Droplets, negating both of these here, just because, you know, we can. I guess it doesn't really matter if we would have negated this or not, but that's fine. We do then get to activate the Pot of Prosperity here, banishing 6 to see the top 6 of our deck. And we do see us banish the Hita package, or I guess the OTK package here, in a copy of the Bident and the Meteor Burst. And then we see us 2 copies of Chandra, a copy of DD Crow, a Kaiman, and a Capydra. So most likely adding the Chandra to our hand here. We still have the Princess, which is going to be able to trigger to kind of stop this, though. It's not going to stop the effect in the battle phase to summon out, but it will be able to stop the copy of the Pydra. So we're going to see them go battle phase, attack with Chandra. Chandra's going to activate the effect, summon up the copy of the Pydra, and then when I activate the Pydra effect, we're going to be chaining the Princess here, tributing out the copy of Chandra, and then we're going to be putting that back into the deck. They're going to go Pydra attack into the copy of Teardrop, and this is actually currently down 300. This is going to be plus 300, even though it is halved. This is 17, this is 14. So we're going to be seeing this die here, which is going to leave them on nothing. And then, oh, they don't even realize. They go 300, please. Take through 300 and pop the card, send it to the graveyard. And then he says, 1 sec. He said, no, you say okay. So being salty, you know, saying like, okay, you already accepted it. But they don't even realize. And then he goes, under Bloom. You know, kind of mentioning. Now this guy's probably thinking, oh, what do you mean under Bloom? Picks the card up, essentially reads it, realizes this is at 14. This is at 17 now. And because it is, I guess it is at 17 because it was at 14. And then it adds a 17. Kind of funny that now they kind of switched their, what he thought it was. And yeah, he just admits defeat here, realizing the game isn't going to be over. It's going to go to the graveyard. We're going to have full combo here. We're going to be able to summon up the copy of, I guess, we won't be able to summon up the copy of Petal, but we have pretty much everything else. We can go for the Banish of Aroma blend, you know, summon out a copy of the Fusion monster here. But we just have everything that we need to essentially just get what we want. And our opponent is on 0 cards, and they have, the product prosperity used. We see a Chandra and a copy of Pydra. So, maybe a Pydra or something else can be a good top deck, but not going to be that when we end up putting a copy of the Pydra, a Chandra, and a copy of the Kaiman on the bottom of the deck there. But regardless, we see the copy of the Plant Link end up taking the win there. I'm going to be calling this just the copy of Rikka. But we see Rikka end up taking the win here. Being able to tribute their opponent's monsters for cost with that Con just coming up so clutch against the Tenpai deck, and really 3-0ing their opponent there, because in game 2 they also would have won, but unfortunately they ended up admitting defeat because they forgot to activate the Mudon effect. That is going to be a dub in my books for Rikka. Regardless, hope you're watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to see more content like this. Stay safe. Peace.